Hey everybody, it's Betsy from Sticky Mix, and I had a video where I was showing what I was doing to try to customize my goal tracking planner. This is the Recollections one. This will probably look more familiar to most people because this is not the cover that comes with it. But this is the one where you're supposed to track your goals, and it has, your long-term, your short-term goals. I still haven't filled this out because it's only for one goal on this side, and then these, I guess, are related to that. It was just so confusing. I didn't know what to do. So I tried to customize it, and I just thought I'd give a little update on how those customizations are working. I'm just going to focus on health because the others are just a mess. So yeah, short answer, my customization did not work. So on my health section, today's the 10th, by the way, all I did was kind of write down my weight, since I'm tracking my health, my weight loss, and it's rather barren and boring and not useful. The goals for the month of June, I had started by writing down things that were for the whole month, because it's a goal for the month of June, right? So I said like, oh, green smoothie for breakfast for 30 days. Well, as soon as I missed a day, it was like, well, can't do that anymore. So I just X'd it out in a fit of discouragement. So that happened for 3 of them, where I had put 30 days every day in June, So those were all gotten rid of. And then my others, I noticed that there's like no measurability to this. Like, always order a salad when eating out. For the rest of my life? Like, what is this goal that I wrote down? It's not really a goal, it's just like an intention. And the same thing with like watching my portions. I heard kind of a neat thing where if you put your 2 palms together, then one of your palms should be vegetables, and then the other should be halved with your protein and like your carb or whatever. And so you only eat like that much per sitting. But like palm portions again, like forever, like what happens when I miss one? Like, that's not a goal, it's an intention. So the same thing with raw veggies for snacks. It's not like every time I'm hungry I'm gonna go eat a raw veggie. It's just like not very practical. So that was partly my fault, that I didn't make my goals very flexible and not very measurable or specific. So that's a whole thing. That's user error right there. On this side, I had tried to change my routine to small wins, and I didn't really know what I was going to track in my small wins. So I'm like, smoothie for breakfast, let's do this thing. Yeah, worthless. And then I thought maybe I'd put down my obstacles so that I'd kind of identify like where my problem areas are and what I'd do about it. For instance, I tend to not even go into the kitchen until I'm like super duper hungry, like super hungry. And so I go on this like feeding frenzy where it's just like, I'm so hungry, what can I put in my mouth right now? And, chopping up a salad, that takes too long, so I usually go for like the mixed nuts, which are, super high calorie and stuff like that. So, that's a thing. And my family is also a family that likes to bake and likes to use butter and sour cream and stuff, and I can't change what other people are doing in the house, so like I have to have a resolve to only eat that kind of stuff once a week or something like that. So, without any small wins to record, I put down like maybe my reasons why, and I do have a vacation coming up. I want my clothes to fit better, I want more energy, less pain, but it doesn't actually go with small wins. Like, that's a totally different thing, so that's ridiculous. On the weekly portion, again, not that useful. I turned this section into a thought box because June started on a Thursday. And these were just me jotting down notes of like, what would I like to keep track of? Like, how can I use this planner better? And nothing really great came out of that. So for the daily stuff, I would just kind of mark or jot down when I stayed true to my diet, which was, day 1, day 2. And then by day 3, I was a little heavy on the peanut butter, just little notes about where I kind of strayed. Or like Monday, I knew it was going to be my day off because we went to the aquarium in Monterey Bay. So obviously we were going to have pizza and cookies and ice cream and, whatever. So, this I don't find very helpful, really, to just jot down where I went wrong, because it looks like I'm focusing on the negative and not the positive. And I'm very much a positive-oriented person. On the side here, I tried to mark where I, had my smoothie, green tea, and salad. But again, like having to write down smoothie green tea salad is ridiculous, so I, forget that. So that was not very helpful. This page was actually the best. Like, I loved taking my little gold star stickers at the end of the day and going like, yeah, I had no sugar today, and yeah, I didn't have any chocolate, and yeah, you know, I drank my green tea. Like, this was super great. Even though some things I didn't do so great on, like I did not drink green tea, because it's summertime, and so making hot tea is not like the first thing on my mind. So, even though I didn't really make a habit of it yet, like, at least it's visual enough so that I can see, like, wow, I really got to find a way to drink my green tea because it's not happening. Whereas, like, no snacking after 8 p.m., like, that was easy. Like, I had perfect score right there, so I don't think I even need to track that anymore. Or maybe I should, just to, like, see, I did this thing perfect. I don't know. But the problem with this page is that it comes all the way at the back. So when, you know, my planner's closed, right, and you're like, oh, okay, time to track my health stuff. So I go to my little health tab, I open it up to the month, you know, and jot down whatever, bunches of nothing, nothing, and then finally I get to this page at the back. How much better would it be if it came at the front somewhere, that if it were actually on this tab page, or if it were, you know, here or something, so I'd have to actually look at it as I'm passing the pages to get to my weekly, or my daily, I should say, my daily kind of record of what I'm doing. So those were my thoughts about why this is still failing me, or you know, the problems that I'm still having with trying to make this planner work for me. Oh my gosh. So I've decided I'm going to rip these pages out. This was a great learning experience as to what did not work, and try something else. And so I thought I'd just do a follow-up video and show you guys like my continued experimentation with trying to make this planner work. So I went ahead and made myself more stickers. Let's see if these help this time. So I am going to really just put my goal right on my divider, so that there's my goal right there. And I'm going to, you know, put on a different sidebar and all kinds of different stuff to try to get this planner to work. You may wonder, why did I make 1 billion stars? And half of it is because I had this space left over and I didn't know what else to make. And the other half is because I will need 1 billion stars to use on my goal tracker thingy. You know, this one that's on this page that I was putting gold stars on. I need stars anyway. So, going to do something super drastic right now that may have never been done on YouTube before. No, I doubt it. But I'm actually just ripping out these pages. Okay, so fresh start. What I'm going to do with this divider is put that really giant sticker of my goal, which is to lose 30 pounds. So instead of choose your own path, let's see if this covers it. Oh no, it doesn't. Why not? Ah! Okay, so I need some washi tape to the rescue. Let's go find some washi tape that kind of matches the look I'm going for here. It's this one. So, yeah, I just realized that I only measured it based on the width, but then when I made my shape, like the width is to the outside corners, and that's why this is too thin. So, we're just going to take a little washi tape and fix this right up. Okay, so now, when I put this down, it should be okay. Oops, I forgot to make a new tab. Oh well, I'll do that next time. So that's going to be my cover page. That's what this next section is about, losing weight. So then, I'll turn to this page, which is the month page. And for this month page, I think I'm going to use a little bit of the same washi, maybe. So here I am, just putting down some washi to kind of spice up the header section, since I didn't make an actual header sticker this time. And I'm peeling up the word you, because you, meaning me, can do things, because I could not fit the word hard. So I cannot do hard things, but I can do things. So that's something. And that tape was not looking right, and I forgot, oh yeah, I covered up the Friday, Saturday, weekday, whatever. and so I moved that back into position. There we go. I can do things. And then for the sidebar, I kind of forgot if I left room for a gutter at the top or the bottom, so it took me a while to kind of finagle with it and make sure that it was aligned to something, but I eventually figured out that I measured it to the last dotted line, so then I just covered up a little bit with that skinny dark tape. And then just wanted to open it up and kind of see how things were shaping up. Looking okay. Looking better than before. And I wanted to fill in the numbers of the days I had left until my deadline, so I did that off camera because that's boring. And then for that page, I wanted to take this page, the goal tracker, and put it on top of the 10 goals of the month. So I just ripped that sucker out because I don't use the notes page anyway, so it's no loss to me. And got my handy dandy paste and, you know, spread paste all over the back and just glued that thing down in there. Like so. And I was going to just transfer over the things that I was already tracking so I could also transfer over my data, my gold stars score, so I wouldn't lose that, because there's no point in starting over just because I'm, you know, refashioning my planner. So yeah, no, gonna do that. Then battling with that recipes header. I don't know why some of these stickers cut beautifully and others were like not cut at all. But, and those were cut weirdly too, but you know, whatever. More recollections, flag stickers, and I'm running short on those because I have to cover up so many things in this planner. So I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to have to make my little header stickers. I also can't believe I forgot the number 100 on these days left. That was ridiculous, but you know, sometimes you're too close to your work. So, put all those down. And so here's a little close-up on me filling in my measurements and my weight. And most of the time I know people like censor this stuff out, but really I don't care. You don't know me, like, right? I mean, it's not that big a deal. I don't care. I'm sure you don't care. So yeah, these are my actual measurements and weight right now, and hopefully it will go down as time passes. I tried to salvage those stickers from the previous page, but they were not coming off. That was some super sticky sticker paper, so the stickers almost never come off after I've stuck them down. That's the, I think, Avery paper. I think it's for packages, like label paper for shipping stuff. So man, if you want to ship something, get some Avery shipping label stuff. That stuff does not come off. And I want to try out the recipe and just see how it would work. So I was transferring a recipe that I've been wanting to try for like the last 2 months for a chocolate mint green smoothie. Or is it not green? I don't think it's green. Well, I would add spinach in it so that I would get my greens. But it has a dates in it because I think Mariko Sakata is more of a vegan blog gal, and I'm more trying to go towards paleo, which doesn't use dried fruit, so I don't know how many of her recipes are going to fit for me, so we'll see. And then I want to transfer the data that I had already. I keep saying data like this is some great science experiment. My journal, my log, okay, like whatever. My notes about how close I stayed on my diet. And I wanted to cover up all these little miniature checklists that, you know, come with every day, because I just hate seeing parts of my planner that are not useful to me, and so I'd rather just cover it up with decoration than have to stare at all these little checklists that didn't get used. So that's what I did. Yeah, the cinnamon roll I had at the aquarium. Not like at the aquarium, but on the road that has like all the touristy shops and stuff. There's a little cinnamon roll place, and I had one, and it was disgusting. So I actually ended up throwing it away because it was not worth the calories, okay? It was just that gross. And how can you, you know, not do a cinnamon roll right? Well, when you don't cook it enough, that's, you know, one way. So I tried to salvage that health tab too, but it was not coming off like I said before. I'm not crazy about having to decorate this column. I don't know, it just looks so heavy on the right. But you know, it's not terrible. So I can live with that. Just putting in something there, or maybe I'll even just cover this whole thing with washi, and so it'll look like it's just this part that's active. But anyway, that's how I have once again tried to customize this planner to suit my needs. I know there might be some people going like, why didn't you just get the fitness planner? It's because I wanted all of my goals in one book, and I'm still going to try to figure out how to fix the Korean one, because like I even tried redoing it and adding in a progress bar for like every time I learn 3 words, then I get to color in a chunk so I can visually see how I'm getting closer to my goal, which I like that thought, but how I'm learning words is still kind of random, and I want to try to find a more systematic approach that, you know, either I'm going to like learn all the fruits, or, you know, all the parts of the face, or, you know, something that it's just a little more relevant instead of just picking 3 random words every day and trying to get to my goal. So yeah, I'm still gonna work on that one, but I thought for the health, which it no longer has a tab, so now it's harder to find. Oh, here we go. I think this is going to suit me a little bit better by just rearranging some things and using the month, not so much as a month, but as like an overall picture. And certainly the countdown days, I can feel it working already just by looking at like, wow, this, you know, by the time I get to the end of this, it's only going to have 92 days left until the end of my goal deadline. So, hope that was helpful. If you don't have like a cutter machine and you can't make all these custom stickers, you can do what I did, just like on this page, and just glue your scrapbook paper or whatever paper on top, and then you'll have a place to write. It does make the page a little bit thicker and a little bit awkward, but for me that's better than having these pages that were of no use to me. So hope you got something helpful out of that, and I will update again in a week or two and see if I've kept up with this and if this has been any more useful than the previous way that I set it up.